Welcome back, all you Minties. This is the astonishing Melanie with my co-host, the Uncanny Omar.
Co-host?
Well, today is the special edition, 12th Wedding Anniversary Edition.
Not really. It's still a retro view, but I do have my wife, the astonishing Melanie, helping me, the Uncanny Omar.
Oh, our wedding anniversary is special? Wow.
All right, not doing that on the show. So, we're going to be talking about The Silver Surfer by Dan Slott and Michael Allred Omnibus from Marvel Comics. Please stay tuned. So let's go ahead and get started. Currently, this omnibus is out of print, and I do these retro views because you all want me to talk about a book to see, what the inside looks like, what the artwork looks like, and I talk a little bit about the story and a little bit about what it means to me. Now, we are going to do a full-blown spoiler review on Tuesday on Old Reader, New Reader, and that is a live episode at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
But, Omar, I think this is a perfect pick for retro overviews because it is written by Dan Slott, illustrated by Michael and Laura Allred, romantic, and it is a romantic story.
It is.
Just to mention, it retails for $75. This out of print omnibus.
Mm-hmm. $75 is the retail price. So let's go ahead and crack it open and give you a look inside.
The cover is awesome because as you read the story, you figure out what all these little pictures are.
Yep. So let's go ahead and get this opened. I love this. I love the different color of end pages that Marvel uses. So here we have the credits, all the people that put the book together over here: Jennifer Grumall, Caitlin O'Connell, Kateri Woody, and of course David Gabriel. And I'm sure that you all know by now those names have become a household name. You have the variant cover on the left and the standard edition cover on the right hand side most of the time. And just about every issue has a variant cover, if not one more than one or two. But I really like the simple. This is one done by Francesco Francavilla. So like I said, we're not going to get into spoiler territory. We're just going to show off some of the artwork and tell you a little bit about the book.
I'd say that the paneling is very simple. Lots of movie terms, long shots, right? Not a lot of close-ups. Very pop artish.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
No, seriously. Mike Allred is known. He's the guy that did Mad Men. He's the guy that did...
and there's even little dots.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can really tell or not, but she's talking about the way that the colors are done, all those little dots. Yeah, it almost feels like a Roy Lichtenstein drawing.
And I think it's a great marriage. Get it? Marriage, wedding anniversary. Marriage between the artwork and the story. They really fit well together.
Yeah, absolutely. So, this particular omnibus contains...
Silver Surfer 1 through 15. All New Marvel Now, .1. Issue 1, Silver Surfer, the 2016 1 through 14. I'm sorry, the first Silver Surfer was 2014.
Yeah, much like everything else during the Marvel Now period, everything kind of got revamped and renumbered. So Silver Surfer, even though it's two series, it's the same ongoing series. I just wanted to showcase this freaking planet or this place. Oh my gosh, look at the beautiful colors by Laura Allred. And like my wife said, they are a married couple, Mike and Laura. And, their artwork really shines. And it goes back to that, I want to say, compare it to like the simple and more, I guess, innocent days of Marvel Comics, like the 60s.
That's a great way of putting it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I don't want to get too much into the review because that is coming on Tuesday, but I did want to mention that. Just wanted to skip here a little more pages to show you some more of the artwork. And this is one of the few and rare omnibus that has the creative team do the entire thing. So you have Dan Slott writing it. Dan Slott, of course, writing Amazing Spider-Man. He's written Avengers: The Initiative, Mighty Avengers, and he's currently working on the Fantastic Four and Iron Man. But the entire omnibus is written by him and drawn by Mike Allred and Laura Allred. There are no fill-in artists, and you rarely see that these days. Most of the time, there's a few fill-in artists because there's always delays and certain times that you have to meet. But
dedication, like me to you. Let's see how many romantic things I can throw in here.
Yeah, all right. This is why. Yeah. So I guess.
Here's another one. You're my Norn Rad. I actually did say that after I read it because we have adventures together and travel.
That's right. And if I'm your Norrin Rad, that would make you my Galactus. I'm just kidding. Actually, I want to talk about this issue here.
You better say I'm your Dawn.
You're Dawn.
Thank you.
So actually, before I do, the basic story is Silver Surfer Norrin Rad comes back to Earth. It's like a little flashback of him during the Fantastic Four, of course, the coming of Galactus, where he's here on Earth to scope it out to see that it's a good place for his master, Galactus, to come and eat. And then we flash forward 12 years later where he meets this Earth girl named Dawn. And Dawn is just like your average girl, but she is so important to his story, his past, his future. I'm not going to spoil why. Leave that for Tuesday. But it's just wonderful how it's written. And he takes her on space adventures. Honestly, this is the most Doctor Who comic without being Doctor Who that I've ever read.
Yep.
And if you don't understand that reference, it's pretty much a guy from space comes and takes an average girl from Earth on...
Most of the time, girl.
Most of the time, girl. So I'm sorry. On adventures, right? And that's practically what it is. So I'm going to show... I do love the design for the Never Queen. So this issue right here is one of the most interesting standout issues to me because it reads like a constant loop. So it kicks off with the panels up here, and then you can read it like this.
I tell you, it was difficult to read it while I was eating my lunch.
I can't believe you eat while you read my damn omnibus. What is wrong
I didn't
with you?
dog ear it. Okay, so in this story, they get stuck in a time loop. So you read through the top half, and then it guides you through the artwork to turn the book upside down and read through the second half, and then it loops back to the beginning, and you've got to then turn back to the next page after this, where the time loop is broken.
There's always an issue, I think, in every popular or classic or iconic run for Marvel and DC Comics that gets a lot of the fans talking. Like any fan that has ever read Hawkeye, Matt Fraction's Hawkeye will say, oh, the dog issue, right? To me, this is the Never Queen issue, the Infinite Loop issue. I love it. I think it's great. So anybody that has read Dan Slott's run on Silver Surfer will immediately know what you're talking about when you talk about the Infinite Loop issue. But I'm not going to show how that ends. I'm going to just showcase some of this other artwork.
Okay, so this omnibus has 688 pages.
Yep, 688 pages, and the paper quality, it's pretty good and thick paper quality. I know some of you all want to know what kind of paper some of these older Omnis have, if it's worth the price that you're willing to pay for a third-party copy, because sometimes, these books take a long time to be reprinted, because this was originally printed in November of 2018, and it was one of the fastest-selling Omnis, and I don't know, because these numbers are never made available to the public, I don't know how many were printed, but I do know it went out of print like that. It was quick. I want to say it took less than 6 months to go out of print. So I don't know when it will be back into print. I know that some of you all requested it to be reprinted when I did that poll. By the way, that video will be out probably on Tuesday or Wednesday. But I think it's a great run of Silver Surfer. One word of warning. If you're a Silver Surfer fan, like if you love the Stan Lee Silver Surfer run, if you're looking for a philosophical, brooding Norrin Rad, he is not in this book at all. As a matter of fact, my wife pointed this out when she was reading it. He kind of plays like a straight man, like a simple man. Like he doesn't really have much of a character. It's more about Dawn. Right?
And his reactions to her.
Then she calls him the spaceman. He calls her Earth Girl. It's a really sweet story. Let's look at the extras here in the back. So we have a goodbye letter from Dan Slott. Some other of the variants. I want to show one of the variants that I hope when they reprint this book that they will reprint a direct market cover, and I'll show which one I think is great and perfect for it. And then, of course, this cover right here, which is perfect. Mike Allred's art is perfect.
No, I disagree. The cover of the omnibus is perfect. I love them being on either side of the board.
Well, you can still have it under their direct market cover. This one here, right?
Yeah.
The omnibus cover. So this image was drawn specifically for this collection. I skipped a couple of pages there because there had some spoilers, and then little biography of the creators. Let's look at the binding really quick. And before I talk about the binding, I did want to point out this is what I wish they would use for the direct market cover. This is the Adi Granoff variant for issue 3.
That's gorgeous.
It's freaking beautiful. Of course, he's a wonderful artist.
Okay, so let's take a look at the binding. I want to try it out from what I've learned sitting on the couch listening to my husband downstairs.
Okay.
So, as you can see, we have a round binding, and there is an eye.
That's right.
That prevents gutter loss.
Look at you. Now, what kind of binding is this? I'll give you I'll give you a hint.
Stitch?
Is it glued or sewn?
Sewn.
Sewn.
That's
Sewn,
what I
good
guessed. I said stitched.
Stitch, whatever.
So, stitch means that it's better?
Sewn means it's better.
Sewn, okay,
Yes.
whatever.
Yes, that is right. It is better. And, for a reading experience, you want it sewn binding. A book this small with 600 and, what did you say, 688 page? Yeah, probably, it doesn't really need it, but, it helps so much. Especially with those wonderful splash pages. So there you have it. And even though the omnibus is out of print right now, you can still find the trade paperbacks available at our sponsor's website, and that is cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for brand new graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off the cover price. Cheap Graphic Novels prides itself on packaging your books so they arrive safely and in excellent condition, as well as prompt and helpful service. And check out their bargain bin for even greater deals up to 90% off cover price. And for you Minties, Cheap Graphic Novels is running a special promotion. If you're a first-time customer, let them know you were referred by Near Mint Condition at the checkout, and you'll receive a credit for free shipping on your next order. Now, this is only for U.S. customers. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discounts, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was it. That was the retro view for this Sunday. I do retro views every Sunday, so, you're welcome to check out the channel.
Every Sunday, including our anniversary and Father's Day.
Right.
So, you're welcome. Please hit that like and subscribe button for my husband's commitment to the fans.
Thank you all for watching. Yes, as my wife said, hit that like, subscribe button. We can be found on Redbubble and Patreon. And all of that information is in the description down below. Let me know if you've read this. And don't forget to come back to the channel on Tuesday for a more in-depth full of spoilers review at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's our live episode of Old Reader, New Reader.
And I'll just sign us off with, I love you because of your love for comics.
You love them or me?
No, you!
Thank you, everybody. Please stay healthy, safe out there, and much love to all of you.